Hey guys, Chantel's Homeschool here. Today I wanted to share with you what we are using for our family science this year, and I'm really excited to share. I am not partnering with anyone. I paid for this myself. This is not a sponsored post. I bought it with my own money, and I'm telling you my honest opinions about it. So I picked up God's Design for Life used. I got it for like 10 bucks, little less than 10 bucks. And we are using that this year. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it because if you didn't know, this curriculum has been around for a long time, but Master Books, I don't even know how long ago they bought the rights to it and now publish it under their name. We're 2 weeks into it and I am loving it. I think I'm actually liking it more than The Good and the Beautiful, which I feel really bad about saying because I've used The Good and the Beautiful for years and I love their company and I'm pretty loyal to them. However, I really like the way that this is set up. So how it's set up is there are 3 units in here. There is the world of plants, the human body, and the world of animals. And it takes 36 weeks, 36 weeks to get through. You need the teacher's guide, which is not a teacher's guide at all. This is the student workbook pages. And if you have more than 1 or 2 kids, I would probably get the PDF and print out the student pages if you're planning on using them. Otherwise, you can buy the teacher's guide, and in here is a schedule of how to use this. And also there are extra, like a little more depth sometimes on the activities that are in here. So the reason why I like this is because the lessons are very short. So you basically are going to read this, and it's read in a way that's very conversational. It's not too deep. My kids have enjoyed it. And then sometimes there's a little more on the next page, but these are digging deeper questions, and this is often an activity right here, this green box. It's often an activity. And the hands-on activities are really so simple. We did one last week where we put bones, some bones in vinegar and some bones in water. And we're going to let it sit for a few days and see what happens when you break it, because we were learning about how bones break. But I just really appreciate that the wording is relatable and simple. And you can see there's beautiful pictures in here. This is very natural, like a place that I would naturally talk about God in the Bible. This has it in there, but it's not overly done, if that makes sense. I enjoy this because if you have older students, they say this can be used 3rd through 8th grade, and I really do agree with this. But the thing that I like about it is that for the lesson, it has the teacher's thing, but then down here for your older student questions and portions, it has things for them to write out the answers. In the back of the book, they actually have quizzes. So for your 8th grader who might need some more, they have quizzes like for every so many units, and then they have like an end of unit quiz, which I think is really good if you're really wanting it for your older students. I do feel like that is something that The Good and the Beautiful could have done for their 8th graders to make it a little bit more in their science, in their newer science. And so I'm enjoying this a lot. How we're using it is that we read the lesson. We're doing it twice a week. So we do 2 lessons in one day because it's like 4 days a week. Anyway, that's how it's written in the schedule for this one. I don't know about the other books, but in For Life, it's 4 days a week. And so we do 2 days on Tuesday and like 2 lessons on Tuesday and 2 lessons on Thursday. And it's not too long. It's actually pretty short. If there's a longer experiment, it might take longer, but really, I think we're usually done in about 30 minutes, really, with the 2 lessons. But I feel like because it's meant to be done 4 days a week, I feel like there's more information because the units are longer. They're longer, and there's just more information since there's more days. So one of the things that I appreciate about the science is that in the 3 units, it doesn't matter which one you do first. If you don't want to start with the world of plants, because that sounds like maybe something you'd want to do in the spring instead of in the fall or the winter, then you could do the body or the amphibians. It doesn't really matter because the units themselves are pretty separate. but it's nice that they're all in here. I think the nicest thing though about their science is to brand new to get these. I think it was like $60. I might be wrong. You'd have to, it might have been on a sale. I don't remember, but it's not that expensive to get both brand new. I got them used books for less than $20, so that was a big bonus for me. I just am really enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. So we're going to finish out the year with this. I think we'll move into it next year. We're looking at some of the other high school science courses from Master Books for my high schooler and then my soon-to-be 8th grader. We'll probably be using some of their stuff too. And I'm just really enjoying this science. I feel like it's a lot more, it's not very worksheet based the way that we're using it. We're not doing all the worksheets in the teacher guide because they are pretty worksheety, and I'm not really a worksheety girl because I feel like that's pointless. But the hands-on activities are definitely relevant to the lesson, but they're easy to do. I had bought an Apologia right before, at the same time I bought this one, thinking that I was going to do that because so many people love it. But I opened up the Apologia book and I was immediately overwhelmed. I looked at it and all the text, and there was a lot of experiments in it. But as I started reading it, I was like, there's no way I want to teach this. There's too much reading. It was several pages a day, and the experiments were just overwhelming because there were so many. And some of them were pretty easy, like tape 2 water bottles together, make a water bottle tornado or something. And some of them were not. And I know you can pick and choose because there was way too many to do, but the Apologia just totally overwhelmed me. And while we have loved The Good and the Beautiful, I have used all of their science units except for a couple of the new ones that have come out. And some of them I've done more than once, and I just needed a change. I find that I'm actually liking this better in this season than I have The Good and the Beautiful. Not to say that I think it's better than The Good and Beautiful, it's just better for me and my family at this time. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're really enjoying this. And if you haven't checked it out and you're looking for a family style science, I highly recommend looking at this. It is Christian, so if you're secular or you don't want creation-based science, you will have to tweak the lessons because it is very creation-based and it is very biblical. But like I said, I'm liking that because where I would naturally put it in, they've done it. It's in the text, and I love that. They'll bring in scriptures and things, and that has just been just a wonderful addition to our science that we've been loving. So hopefully it'll help you in making your decision. So thanks for sitting with me. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.